Not a good time if you are a Manchester City fan. The club has yet again failed to secure a win. The streak has now extended to 6 games without winning a single match across all tournaments. Of course, some of you Manchester City fans will probably console yourselves, calling the 3-3 draw against Feyenoord in the Champions League a silver lining. But let's be honest, the game was in City's hands. They were leading up until the 74th minute. The club gave up a 3-goal lead to draw the match, leaving Pep Guardiola frustrated. A roughed-up looking Pep Guardiola. In the pictures, you see Guardiola had a scratched-up face, but the scratches aren't from any on-field brawl. Apparently, it's something Guardiola did to himself.
Yeah, with my finger here, with my nail. I want to hurt myself. Yeah, good night.
Guardiola may have given that statement to make it seem like a bit of a joke, some light-hearted banter, but to say that he wants to hurt himself on live television is something that could land him in more trouble. It is, of course, another matter that Pep's remarks reflects the kind of state that the club, and of course by that extension, Guardiola, find themselves in now. From the winning highs, is Guardiola now losing the plot? The once champion side, and the pictures that you see there, is exhilarating, who were dominating the league under the same Pep Guardiola, have now stumbled from one loss to the next. To think this is happening after Guardiola decided to stay back and extend his contract with City for another 2 years.
I felt I could not leave now. Simple as that. Don't tell me the reason why. Maybe the 4 defeat was the reason why I felt that now I cannot leave. And yeah, I felt the club still want me or have the fact that they were together, and that's why we signed.
So the 4 defeats made Guardiola sign his contract extension. A draw in the 6th game has given Guardiola reasons to hurt himself. Clearly says Guardiola is losing the touch he once had. In addition, there has been an over-reliance on a fixed set of players.
It's difficult when you have to play without 4 central defenders, 2 holding midfielders, the best player in the world, Rodri, out, 3 wingers out. Just give me my players back. You'll see Man City.
But is it the right mindset from Guardiola? Sure, the absence of Rodri, a fully fit Kevin De Bruyne, is definitely hurting City. But this is where Guardiola comes in to play. A good manager can work with the set of players available, with the tactics. That is what he's paid to do, to elevate a team from what they can do to what they can achieve. Guardiola has had minor slumps with both City and Barcelona in the past and has somehow found ways to turn the corner, but never have I seen him find excuses behind the losses and resort to this. Take former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp. He was in a similar situation earlier this year. Klopp was without a majority of his star players like Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez and Trent Alexander-Arnold. A young Liverpool still managed to beat a $1 million squad of Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final. That was the impact of a manager, of Jurgen Klopp. And this is where academy graduates and bench strength comes into play. What can the bench strength do, or the second string in this case do? The Indian men's cricket team, for example, just won a historic test against Australia without one of their key batters and their captain Rohit Sharma. Clearly, City and Guardiola are lacking that instinct. And maybe instead of scratching his face, what Guardiola needs to do is scratch his head a little more and rework his strategy. Find a way out. Because the best manager isn't someone who can win trophies with star players, but is someone who can transform an average-seeming squad to world beaters, like how Claudio Ranieri won the league title in 2016 with Leicester City. Clearly, Guardiola has a lot of thinking to do. And up ahead, it's going to be even more difficult because it's a test against Liverpool, which may very well decide how City's season is turning out to be.